Hello everyone, very warm greetings to you. My name is Nick on the Atari 2600 and we're looking at Gremlins. You can read that, I'm sure. It says Gremlins in a sort of like a diagonal sort of line. This was published by Atari in 1984, based on the 1984 film, also called Gremlins, by Warner Brothers, directed by Joe Dante. Now, I think this game consists of two basic gameplays. One, you're playing the character Billy Peltzer. The first one, he must catch falling mogwais to stop them eating hamburgers. You'll get the idea as we go along. So here I am, going left and right. So essentially, just catch the mogwais before they hit the ground. If they hit the ground, they'll eat one of your burgers. If you run out of burgers, well, it's Doomsville, and you'll lose a life. We're in front of some buildings. Look, one hamburger's being eaten by a crazy mogwai. Now, this is my first go on this, so don't expect expert gameplay. There's 3 rules with the mogwais. Don't expose them to sunlight or they will die. Don't contact with water because then they'll multiply, and don't feed them after midnight because then they'll turn into these horrible gremlin creatures. There was a sequel to the Gremlins the movie, but I never saw that, called Gremlins 2, the new batch. Right, so the second stage, as you can see, is like a Space Invaders sort of thing. The Gremlins, they've turned into their hideous alter egos, and they're trying to get to the bottom of the screen. We need to shoot them before they do so. If they do so, you know what happens, you're dead. Right, and it just alternates between these two, although it's getting a little bit quicker now. If you had this cartridge back in the day, then let me know. I'm not sure what else it come out on. Probably a number of other Atari systems, but I don't think it made it to the Spectra or the Amiga or anything like that. 1984. I love the movie. Haven't watched it for a while. Hope Billy Peltzer's okay. Buff, buff, buff. Red. So some multicoloured graphic there. These reviews are about seeing how you would have got on with the game your first or second go, and when you have gone back to play it again. Well, it's not the most advanced game in the world, but it is Atari 2600. It's 1984. The subject matter might have had me going back playing it again for a bit of fun, but there's not a great deal there. When you look at like mini games, Pigs in Space, which you've also reviewed, gave you 3 mini games. This one only gives you 2, but it's okay for what is there. Now, I think it's getting to the end of my skill levels now. It's going a little bit fast. There seems to be about 3 waves of these things coming down. I don't know what they're falling down from the sky for. Yes, all my hamburgers are eaten again, so it doesn't look like I'm going to get past this bit here. You let me know what's the furthest you've got in this, or it might be the first time you're ever seeing this game. Right, I've been doomed again, lose 1 life. Now, if you're liking your Atari 2600 stuff, we reviewed a few games on that system now. If you want to see all of them, if you've got time, I bet you haven't, then click on the playlist. To get there, you click on my username, takes you to the channel page, then there's a playlist tab, and you'll see Atari 2600 along with a number of other systems. If you are a mogwai or a gremlin, then comment below. Are you in a terrible battle with each other? But a strange creature, the mogwai. Don't expose them to sunlight. They're a bit like vampires in that sort of situation. Gremlins, what a terrible pet to give a kid. I don't know why anyone would do so. You're probably better off with a guinea pig or something like that. Yeah, you can feed them whatever you want. Always wonder this rule about don't feed them after midnight is what happens if they put the clocks forward? How do the gremlins know? What time zone are we working on? There's so many unanswered questions. Right, kabiff. As we fire some full stops at them, I think we survived there. So I can't progress past level 8 because I can't get past this bit. All my hamburgers seem to be fair game to them. Controls are okay, you have to be a little bit precise with it. Yeah, see, once I start losing one, I'll start losing all of them, so I've just got to get past this. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's it. So I haven't done it again, but I've scored 25,110. What's your best score? I don't know what's going on with that background there. It's like grey. Is it like grey mountains or sky? They're coming out the sky, are they? Not quite sure. But Billy Peltzer's having a good old time. Don't think he had a gun in the movie, did he? Maybe. I haven't seen it for a while. 1 life left. So you can have 1 player or 2 players. With 2 players, it is alternating, but well done if you got past. I'm doing all right here. If you got past this super quick stage, so it starts off fairly slow, and before you know it, it's going at a ridiculous super speed. Oh, look at that! I was doing all right then. Right, 2 hamburgers left. No, 1 hamburger left. No hamburgers left. Oh, they've eaten all my hamburgers. Oh man, these gremlin creatures are absolutely crazy sort of like stuff. If you watch this far into the video, well, it's quite a basic game, then please consider subscribing, because it might be a case that you like this kind of stuff. Big thank you to those who subscribed already. I say that in most videos. And huge thank you to the members as well. I think you're super cool. Time's always a bit of a problem, but with work as well. But I'm working on it, and I will give you, hope it comes across, I will give you as much as I possibly can. The channel is nice and friendly. We've got a good community here, and it's all about trying to beat stress, a gap away from everyday realities of life. Unless you're being chased by mogwais and gremlins, and this is probably like normal day life to you. Right, here we go. That's a smart bomb I could do. I didn't know about that before. Right, if I hit down, I can do a smart bomb that freezes them every now and again, but I think I've just used them all up that I've got. Game over, player one. There's a nice bit of music in here too. Gremlins. A sequel, Gremlins, a new batch, but that didn't make it into a game as far as I'm aware. Cole Pilkington once said in a podcast with Ricky Gervais, said, "What are those things called in Gremlins?" Yeah, he's an amazing fellow. Maybe in his mind he meant the Mogwai. Maybe that's what he was getting to. But yeah, the original film, 1984, by Warner Brothers, directed by Joe Dante. Not sure what else Joe Dante did. Did he do an Inferno? Not sure. Right. I don't know why. I can't remember the film exactly. Did Mogwais particularly like hamburgers? Well, anyway, don't feed them after midnight. That's a disaster. Now, you can see this first level is fairly easy. The Mogwais are coming down at a sedate pace. It's easy to guard your hamburgers. You might lose one, I suppose, but I'm getting all of them here. It's a bit easy to be precise. Oh, look, I lost 2 hamburgers there, but we should be okay. And there's our bonus points for the amount we survive. Kaboom! Now it's this quite sedate Space Invaders one first of all. Biff. Right, they're coming down nice and slow. And then, when it gets to past this first opening 2 stages, it moves at an alarming pace, what would test even the kids with those lightning reflexes. But I'm sure they would have been a bit better than me, because my older man reflexes are not quite as good. Right, I caught them. Buff, buff, there we go. He's doing okay here, he's doing okay. Doodle-doo. Perhaps it's the stage after this it gets silly. Maybe. Or maybe I'm getting better. I'm getting better all the time. Biff, baff, boff. Right, this is okay. We've still got 5 hamburgers left. If you've got 5 hamburgers left, then comment below. Now, the Space Invaders bit, I would have liked a 3rd game on this. As I say, Pigs in Space did it. I can't see why this couldn't do it. I'm sure they could have thought of another one to put on the cartridge. I guess there might have been, surely there must have been enough space left on there. Right, freeze, freeze. 3 lives left. Right, now, this is the bit where it gets super fast, is it? Right, lost 1, lost 2, lost 3. 3 hamburgers in the first wave. Second wave. Lost another 1. 3 hamburgers left. It's just the last wave. There might be a couple of waves left. Oh, no, 1 left. Doomsville. Yeah, so you need to clear both of these to advance to the next stage, but there seems to be more and more gremlins coming down. They advance quite quick. So what can we say about this one? Well, not a great deal there. The music is quite jolly. It's quite easy to understand what to do. It's got the Gremlins feel, although it doesn't follow the plot of the film at all, but it is 8-bit stuff from 1984. A kid would have liked it, I suppose. Nice colourful graphics. And the theme, the cassette box, which is the artwork, is a lot what would have pulled you to the game. So, acceptable. There's more advanced games there, but for Gremlins fans, it would have done the trick okay. Not one I'll necessarily search and go back to, because of the, well, a lot of the games are basic this, but there's a few things it's not doing for me. I think it's because I'm not progressing very far, but, you know, it's okay. It's quite cute from a historic point of view. Gremlins fans, hamburger fans are probably quite happy with this. Right, hang on a minute. Why can't I get past this? Need the practice. Need the practice. Maybe you need a special controller rather than what I'm using. As we go outside this building. Where do the Mogwais originally come from? Finland? No, I think it was somewhere in Asia, wasn't it? Some sort of mystical beast. But they'd be a crazy vermin. I mean, if you chuck one in the sea, they're just going to multiply. Maybe it doesn't work with salt water. Yeah, they when they get wet, they get a lot of developments like marble sort of like podules on their back, which ping off and then grow into another full-size Mogwai pretty quickly. It's a disaster area. Diddly diddly do. This will be my last go, I think, or otherwise it'll go on forever. You've seen pretty much all the games so far. You'll know if you want to track it down or even buy a physical cartridge. Don't know how much this would cost you now on eBay. Quite often they're very overpriced. But anyway, you can't put a price on memories, so I think someone just did. Bam, bam, bam. I've already been playing this longer than I intended to, but who cares? It's retro gaming, it's stress busting, it's a super buff. B-O-O-O-O-O-F! Exclamation mark. Buff. Bam, bam. Right, okay. I do like these Atari 2600 games. I didn't own one back in the day. You'll know this if you've listened to a lot of other commentaries, but I owned a 48K Rubber Key ZX Spectrum, so I missed the Atari by about, I don't know, about a year or 2 years there, but there was a big overlap between the two. It seems not advanced as a Spectrum Commodore 64 back in the day, but I'm loving catching up with them now. Some great sounds coming out of this piece of work. Is this my last life? I've got a good old score, but I've got no chance of catching these mogwais. My hamburgers are doomed every time. I never worked at a burger joint. Well, never say never, but hopefully there's not mogwais dropping out of the sky, or there might be chaos and super doom for me to try and compete with. Yeah, too many of them. Game over again, player one. So that was a couple of goes. You'll have a nice go. It starts off quite easy, then ramps up difficulty from about stage 4 or 5 there. Good music as well. So, I can recommend this one. Can I? I don't know. It's in the middle. It's okay for the subject matter. So, hope you liked having a look at that game. That was Gremlins on the Atari 2600, published by Atari in 1984, and of course based on the film of the same name. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.